Hey there YouTube, WhiskeyCactus here, welcoming you back to our Heart of the Woods Let's Play. This is episode number 14, and last time we had a grand reunion with everybody. Abby, and Maddie, and Tara, and Morgan, and everybody met everybody, and it was great, and now things are gonna get horrible, of course. But here we go. We are still in, Morgan. We are Morgan at the moment. I hold Tara close in my arms. She's nestled close to me. The sun is long gone, but the moon is bright enough to illuminate her smile. I'm smiling too. I close my eyes and let myself relax. I think I might actually sleep well tonight, until something taps at the window. But as always, luck isn't on my side. Hey. Huh? Do you hear that? I strain my ears and see if I can sense anything out of the ordinary, but apart from the usual sounds of the forest, it's I can't hear anything. Maybe you dreamed it. Unless this is a dream, it's definitely real. I can hear it right now, I swear. That's just Maddie and Abby fucking. Don't worry about it. I sit up in bed and look over at her. She's already most of the way up, head swaying as she looks for the source of whatever she's hearing. She looks pumped. Well, what does it sound like? Kinda like, she makes a strange whooshing noise and twirls her arms around. I don't see how arm movements are part of a sound, but I doubt I'd understand what she's talking about no matter how she put it. She looks back at me for confirmation, but all I can do is shrug. In response, she jumps out of bed and starts pulling her clothes on. I'm gonna go see what it is. You coming? Whether or not this sound is real, I'm not about to let her go off on her own. I promised I'd protect her. That includes protecting her from mysterious noises. Right behind you. Besides, as powerful as Maddie is, there's still a chance Evelyn could be trying something. I follow her out of bed and pull on my shoes. Why don't we, knock on Maddie's door and say, hey, you have magic powers, why don't you come with us and protect us? She gives me a quick grin in response, excited to have me along for the ride again. Tara bolts out the door as I finish tying my laces. A second later, I hear her banging on the door to Maddie and Abigail's room. Well, there we go. Mads, are you guys making... well, maybe. Mads, are you guys making that noise? I pull on my sweater and walk into the hall in time to see Maddie slowly open the door of her room, covering herself with a blanket. Tara, it's nearly 2 in the morning. Whatever this is, can't it wait until morning? Come on, not you too. I thought it was coming from your room. Abigail's voice calls out from the room, along with the rustling of sheets. What was coming from my room? Just a banging sound. Are you kidding me? She turns and storms away from the door, moving out into the kitchen. I nod apologetically at Maddie before following Tara. Babe, come on, let's just go back to bed. I'm sure that whatever it is can wait until morning. It keeps getting louder, though. What if it's something dangerous? Maybe Evelyn has her own evil forest spirit and she's riding it towards the cabin or something. There's a pang in my heart. It's cold and familiar. If the sound is that loud, but none of us can hear it, maybe it's only meant for her to hear. As I try to figure out how to get her back to bed, Maddie and Abigail join me in the hallway. Oh, she's still wearing the hat and shit. So what's she doing this time? She woke up hearing some kind of whooshing noise that I couldn't hear. I thought she just imagined it, but she can still hear it. Maddie rubs her chin, puzzled. Abigail looks out at Tara with a worried expression. I can't shake the unsettling feeling in my chest either. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, so I'd be inclined to dismiss it. But with everything else that's happened this month... Before she can finish her sentence, Tara turns toward the door. There, it's right outside! Abigail realizes it first. She steps toward Tara, reaching out her hand. Tara, don't! What if it's... Oh no. No. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I figure it out sooner? Tara, stay away from the door. She doesn't look back. As she takes another step toward the door, I will myself to start moving again. Time to save. I think we save. Just in case anything bonkers happens. We'll go ahead and do a little save. Okay. Now you guys are actually going to be able to see what I'm talking about. Heh. You're going to feel so dumb for doubting me. I'm running towards her, but it's too late. She grabs the handle and throws the door open, and what the fuck? Wait, what? There's nothing outside. Maybe that sight will be enough to bring her back to her senses. The sound's gone. It was right there. She turns back to look at me. I'm only a couple steps away, and I can see the expression on her face. She's terrified. Babe, what? A flash of light fills the room. You let it in, Tara. You let it in. It had to be let in. A flash of light fills the room. I'm stopped dead in my tracks as I raise my arm to cover my eyes. Tara! The light dissipates and my eyes slowly readjust. In the haze, my fears are confirmed. She's gone. Tara's gone. I'm frozen. I can't process what's happening. I'm not sure how long the tears start rolling down my face before I notice them. Maddie and Abigail look at me in silence. And then I start screaming. I've never made a sound like this. It's an angry roar that fills the cabin. I can't scream. No! Morgan, it was supposed to be me! It's happening again, just like everyone before her. I love her, and now because of me, I collapse to the ground. Not her, please. Hot tears fall from my cheeks to the floor below. I feel a pair of arms wrap around me and a voice in my ear. Morgan, it's okay. It'll be okay. Well, maybe. Maybe it will. I slowly turn towards her. She and Maddie both stand close to me. I can see how worried they are, for Tara and for me. Maddie puts her hand on my shoulder. I flinch, but I don't pull away. She's still alive. I can feel it. Whatever just happened didn't kill her. Whatever just happened didn't kill her, but it did move her. I can't figure out where yet, but I can sense her somehow. You're sure? I'm sure. We can find her. I think I know where she might be. Where? If it was Evelyn who took her, she most likely brought her to the church. That's where she performed the ritual to... She trails off, but I know what she was about to say. The transfer ritual. Oh, shitballs. She wants Tara's body. But why her? That's what she was raising me for. Why would she take her? I'm not sure, but I've got a feeling there's only one way to find out. I'd hoped we'd have time to come up with an actual plan before we had to face her, but we can't just let her have Tara. Alright, shit's about to go down. Goddamn, I'm already heading for the door. Maddie and Abigail follow close behind. We can figure something out on the way. Let's go. We'll think of something. We have to. This time is going to be different. I'm not going to let Evelyn win again. I'm getting Tara back, no matter the cost. And this time, I'm going to make sure Evelyn never hurts anyone again. We're gonna fucking murder that bitch. For better or for worse, this is the end. Oh boy. Oh, we're on chapter 6. And I guess for better or for worse, this is the end. It seems like. Oh, we're going to Tara. Oh boy. We're gonna see what's going on here. Oh god. Alright. How about a save? How about we do a save? We're gonna do a save. Gonna go ahead and do a save. So, we are on chapter 6. It sounds like we're headed towards the end game. I don't know how many chapters there are, but it's possible this could be the last one. If this is truly, you know, as Morgan says, if this is the end. I don't know. Usually takes more than one episode to get through a chapter, so I don't know if we're gonna finish it in this episode, but I think we're gonna get pretty close. Or at least there's a possibility, so. I don't even have time to be disoriented before I hit the stone ground hard. I struggle to pick myself up and stand, but before I can, footsteps approach. Evelyn's, of course, and I'm hauled to my feet. She does it with one hand. She's way stronger than she looks. Hello, Tara. As expected, we're in the church. She drags me over and throws me onto the altar. I try to resist, but my limbs won't move. Oh, hey, thanks for the ride. I'm scared, more scared than I've ever been in my whole life, but I don't want her to have the satisfaction of knowing it. She walks away out of sight, although I can still hear her close by. They're gonna come for me, you know. We figured out your whole plan. They're probably already on their way. Let them. I'll kill them, too. Her tone is casually disinterested. She can't even give me the courtesy of pretending she cares. I wish I could move my head to see her, but I can't. Can't move any part of me other than my mouth. It's always such a nice feeling to return here. Such a sense of renewal and energy, although I imagine right now you don't feel the same way. I don't know, I'm digging the ambiance. I'm about to die and I'm making jokes. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? We had a plan, one with a good chance of working. I know that Mads and the rest won't abandon me. We'll just switch it up a little, same as if she'd taken Morgan like we expected. Honestly, it's probably better for everyone that Morgan's the one who's still free right now. She's less likely to screw something up than I am. Still, it's all I can do to suppress the little voice inside me telling me to be afraid, to acknowledge that I'm going to die, or worse. Really, you should be thanking me. For what? I must have missed it. Because by dying here, you've given poor Morgan another chance. If she runs away now, I have no more need of her. I'll let her live. Of course, if she turns up here with any delusions of grandeur, she'll die along with the rest of them. A chill runs up my spine. Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there's no way she won't come for me, that she won't run away. Still, the way that Evelyn can talk so cruelly about her own daughter makes it hard for me to keep up my attitude. You really don't feel anything, do you? You raised her, you lived with her, and even after all that? Finally, you get something right. I don't feel anything for her. You got something wrong, too. Evelyn halts, and then stalks closer to the altar, close enough that I can see her wildly dilated pupils. The razor sharp points on her fangs. I didn't raise her, I cultivated her. From the minute she was born, I prepared her for this fate, to be a worthy vessel. How could I have known that a much more useful one would arrive at my doorstep just days away from my ascension? Now she takes a step back, letting the moonlight fall across her. She arches her back like a cat, enjoying it. Oh boy. She raises an arm, and I'm lifted into the air like a circus performer suspended from nothing. My arms are snapped to my sides. I struggle as hard as I can, but I still can't move at all. Can't even flail around. Oh boy. This seems dangerous. Still, her words pique my curiosity, and I'm dying to know what she means, or what she meant. Since I might be dying anyway, I may as well ask. More useful how? She grins. Because this night is very, very special. For years, centuries even, I've whiled away my time here in Eisenfeld. It's amused me to no end. But I've grown bored of it. I desire to see more of the world. And while any human body would do, I suppose, there's merit in one such as yourself, one with influence and fame. I don't even know the words to convey how disgusted I feel. It's not enough for her to steal my body, but she also wants to pretend to be me? I think the horror I feel must show on my face because she smirks. As she does so, her skin starts to shimmer and shake like there's light just underneath it. A thin thread of ethereal matter, like the spell that she used to bring me here, ekes into existence. It stretches between her hand and my chest. The second it comes in contact with me, I feel like all of the strength is sapped out of me, like I'm being sedated. I hope I'm only passing out and not dying. I'm not sure if the two feel different. It would suck extra hard if I was dying, though, because then my last sight would be Evelyn sneering cruelly. Just before it all goes black, she manages to get one final taunt. What an ironic fate for you, don't you think? You came out here seeking magic, and now you found it. Haha. Well, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, hi. Hi there. I saw you peeking in just now, Evelyn. That was not very subtle. We gonna do another save? Another little save? Little save? Okay. We're up and ready to go, nearly the instant that Tara disappears. It's a shock, of course, but not one that messes up all of our plans. I walk to the front door, which is still open and banging in the wind. I'm going to fucking kill her if she hurts Tara. Tara will be fine. She's tough. Besides, we've got a plan, right? After a long moment, I nod. Right. Maddie turns back to face Abigail, who's half hidden by the bedroom door. Are you sure you want to go, sweetheart? You can stay here. Of course not. There's no way you're doing this alone. I'm just a little nervous, that's all. Me too. I'm a lot nervous, actually. We'll be fine, though. If she keeps saying that, it'll be true, right? I wish I could believe it. I wonder if Maddie even does. I scoop up Gelladora and wait outside. We need to leave now, but I force myself not to rush them along. A minute later, they follow me outside. We run. The landmarks pass us by without a pause. Oh boy. We're running fast, I guess. Well, I mean, I assume Maddie can just, like, whoosh them out there. We hurry out into the woods. Despite some wind and fog, the night is relatively clear. Are you sure you don't want me to just take you to the church? I could have us there in a second. I guess they're not doing that. Never mind. I know, but she can't know about your powers yet. If we arrive too fast, then Evelyn will know something's up. It would be nice to take the easy way like that, but we can't do anything rashly, not if it might hurt Tara in the long run. Right. We have to wait until her soul is out of its body. That's when we'll send the signal. You know how long that'll last? Like, how long it'll be exposed? I have no idea. I hope it won't be instant. You hope? I nod. I wish that I knew more, I really do, but it's magic, and magic is rarely predictable. It's the only thing that I can say with confidence about it. I'm not sure what more I should say. This is where we'll have to part. Even though I'm making the rest of my journey on foot, Maddie and Abigail will need to use magic to get to the fairy clearing. Before we do, though, there's one last thing I need to say. Maddie. I know there isn't really much time, but I need to say this, since I might not get another chance to. Gelladura nuzzles my chin, reassuring me. I'm sorry. That doesn't even come close to describing it, but it's all that I can say. For bringing you out here, getting you involved in all of this. I never imagined any of it would turn out this way. So if you still hate me, I understand. I just wanted you to know. It feels good to have the words out there. I've spent so much time apologizing these past few weeks, but it's still a bit of a relief every time. Morgan. Well, first of all, I accept your apology, but I promise I never hated you. It was my fault for acting like such a bitch when we first got here. And as for everything else, well, some of it might have been Tara's fault, but a lot of it was my fault too. So let's get this over with. We'll save Tara, take care of Evelyn, and then we'll all go home. Simple, right? I just nod again. I'm not sure I can talk right now, not without crying, and I hate crying. I wish it were that simple. I hope it'll be that simple, but it rarely is. Oh boy. I swallow the lump in my throat. I have to say something. Oh God. I promise I'll make it up to you. One way or another it ends tonight, or you're right. Alright, well we're gonna save, because we have another choice. Alright, so hold on. I want to go back to history. So I just want to see, what did it say leading up? Simple, right? I just nod again. Alright, yeah. Let's get this over with. We'll save Tara, take care of Evelyn, and then we'll all go home. Simple, right? Just not again. Not sure I can talk right now, not without crying. Which was that simple or really? Okay. I have to say something. Promise I'll make it up to you. One way or another it ends tonight. That's aggressive. That seems like a nice answer, right? I'm not alone anymore. We can do this together. You're right. Yeah. I think we'll go with that one. I definitely don't like the first one. The first one sucks. That's way too self-sacrificey. I don't like that. This one might be okay. I'm leaving Eisenfeld and I'm taking Tara with me. That's kind of... I like the picture. But I think this one seems like a good answer. This seems like a really good answer. I'm going to go with this one. We'll see how that plays out. I don't know. And then, if it sucks, then... oh well. We can always come back to that decision. You're right. It's simple. I take a deep breath, clear my head as best I can. I've been waiting my entire life for this. My entire bloodline has led me to this point. A chance to end all the pain I've endured, to save someone I love, to make sure the countless people who carried this burden before me will be avenged, and to make sure that no one else will get hurt. How it goes from here isn't just up to me, it's up to all of us. Well, alright, let's do it. Around us, the wind quickens and grows in intensity. The bright full moon looms high over us. One last time, I nod at Maddie and Abigail. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Oh boy. That is some aggressive snow. This is hardly a plan. We're still Morgan, right? So yeah, this is hardly a plan. It's barely more than an idea. It relies far too much on luck and everything going our way. But it's all we have. Furious winds tell me that I'm in the right place, as if there were any doubt. When I approach the doors to the church, they blast open. I've been expected. I don't waste any time. I rush in. Well, shit. Tara floats in midair, suspended by invisible magic. She lies prone, but with her arms and legs apparently locked in place. She looks dead. A colorful cloud floats above her with a long tail spiraling back towards her body. I don't even need to be told. I know that it's her soul. It thrashes about as much as a cloud can, but is seemingly locked out. Below, Evelyn stands, hunched with her back to me. A trail of malevolent white magic tethers her to Tara. Moonlight pours through the window behind them, piercing Tara and illuminating Evelyn. When she hears me enter, she stands up straight, her back cracking obscenely. She's disgusting. Oh, that is quite the fucking expression. Bloody lip. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Morgan, you came. Her voice isn't the voice I know. It's raspy and inhuman. Okay, well, now we know. It echoes around the church, louder than it should be, dragging itself from corner to corner. I knew you would. You always do. Her body spasms and twitches as if electrified. Still, her voice remains steady and flat. Boss fight! Of course I came. You're not taking Tara. You're not taking anyone else ever again. She laughs, but it sounds like a choke. There's no humor in it. It's inhuman. Do you know how many times I've heard that before? Countless. And yet, here we are. Predictable, you humans always are. Curiously so. You have all this freedom, but don't know how to use it. Pity. Pity, pity, pity. Why are her eyes dripping? Soon I'll have taken the body of your friend, and you will be dead and I will be far, far gone. You see, I've grown tired of playing pretend out here in the woods. I've decided it's time for something new. And Tara is going to give that to me. You'll still be a pretender. I never remember the voice I gave Gelladora. You'll still be a pretender. Evelyn seems to notice Gelladora for the first time, as she licks her bloody lips. So you're here too. Fitting. Evelyn's gaze narrows, and her eyes widen once again. She points imperiously at Gelladora and I, and the stone walls of the church rumble in response. I can tell you're still no queen, no more than that brat who stands beside you. You're still powerless. Tell me, who's the pretender now? A brick detaches itself from the ceiling, plummeting down straight towards us. I dart out of the way, barely managing to avoid it. Gelladora yowls as I squeeze her harder than intended. You're just as pitiful as she is. What did you think you could do? How did you think you had any chance? Or is it just human nature to try, even if you're doomed to fail? The moon is at its peak or close to it. If she waits much longer, she won't be able to complete the ritual, and she'll have done our job for us. Maybe she knows this, because she turns away from us once again. I have to stop her. I push my legs forward, but some invisible force pushes back. Like moving through quicksand, I can barely inch forward. Something's protecting her. Inch by inch, I have to keep moving. A pulsing ball of magic starts to form in front of Evelyn, and she focuses intently on it. The light from the moon falls directly on her. Those eyes are wild. Her skin reacts to it, bubbling and boiling like hot wax. It must be agonizing, but she doesn't react. Maybe she's beyond pain. Oh dear. Hello, cat. Maybe you should do something right now. Gelladora leaps out of my arms, making her own way beside me. Her breathing is ragged and labored. Neither of us wastes energy on more words. I don't know what I'll do if I reach Evelyn. I just know that I can't sit still. The coalescing ball of magical energy continues to grow and grow, taking on a sinister dark hue, the color of a moonless night, the color of an empty void. It starts to spin, crackle, and shimmer. That's when I realize this isn't for the soul transfer. It's too strong, too unstable. Oh shit. Before I even finish my thought, a tendril of malevolent energy suddenly shoots out straight toward me. Oh no, did we get Morgan killed? It moves too fast for me to react. It pierces me like an arrow. Fuck. I guess maybe we chose wrong at the choice. Godless fiery pain burns through my veins. My whole body stiffens, refusing to move. I can't even cry out. Each individual atom of my body feels like it's being tortured, like a burning needle is being driven through them. I want to scream. I want some sort of release. But I'm not even granted that mercy. Behind the pain, there's a rising, mounting horror. I'm going to die here after all, aren't I? My vision starts to go black. I welcome oblivion. At least then I won't have to hurt anymore. I try to move my eyes to fixate on Tara. If I'm going to die, I at least want my last sight to be of her, even like this. Can't even manage that. All I can see is Evelyn. She says something, her lips moving, but I'm deaf to it. All I can hear is a deep, resonating, ringing sound in my ears like some perverse bell toll. Then Evelyn's eyes go wide, wider than before. Oh! The air behind her shimmers and shakes, just like her magic spell. Empty space tears itself open, and she's sucked backward like a rag doll. Oh dear. In an instant, the magic and the pain is gone, leaving behind no trace. I fall forward, my momentum having been locked in place with me. And just ahead, Tara crashes to the ground, limply. I stagger to my feet, not trusting my body to support me, but it does. The complete absence of pain is a shock in its own right. I feel like I should be experiencing the after effects, but I'm not. All that lingers is the memory. Gelidora scurries over to me.
Morgan, are you alright?
I think so.
I feel fine, actually. What happened to Evelyn?
She looks the back of her paw for a second, then stops.
I'm afraid that I panicked and sent the signal to Madison. I tried to help you, but I couldn't. My own power is still weak. Not nearly enough to match Evelyn's.
There's no changing it now. None of this matters if Maddie isn't able to stop Evelyn. It was going to be unlikely to begin with. Looks like we're in a hard fight. Gelidora must know as much, too. She pads back and forth, her tail twitching in agitated fervor. I stroke her fur.
Still, thank you. Can you help me check on Tara? Of course.
It's basically the same voice. We rush over to where Tara lies prone on the cold floor. Her soul is nowhere to be seen, which I hope means it returned to her body. I cradle her as tenderly as I can, checking for a sign of a pulse or breath. I gently prop her against my chest, stroking her hair.
Please be okay. Please.
2 tears drip down my face, landing on hers. I didn't realize I was crying. Gelidora lingers beside us, nuzzling her face against Tara's cheek.
She's alive. I can feel that much. Is she okay, though? I don't think she should experience any lasting effects from the magic. It's the fall to the ground that worries me more.
That's true. She fell from pretty high up onto a stone floor. I wipe away the tears that fell on her, steeling myself to prevent any more. I trace my finger across the curve of her jaw down to her lips. They press together, just a bit, to kiss my finger.
Tara, can you hear me?
I'm afraid to let hope spring into my heart again. Her lips move, just barely.
I can't hear you.
There's a soft, blessedly warm gust of air against my face as she sighs and forces her eyes open. I said I'm dumb as bricks, babe. It'll take more than a head trauma to hurt me. I pull her up and into a hug, and she pats my back.
You're okay? You're sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I wipe my eyes as we part to face each other once again.
I was so scared.
I wasn't. I knew you'd save me. I don't deserve someone like her. Is there any way we can get to Mads? She might need our help. We both turn to face Gelidora.
I can take us there, but I don't know how much use I'll be once we arrive.
Tara moves to question, but I place a hand lightly on her arm. Gelidora is barely holding on as is, and her guilt at her inability to do more is palpable. It's all up to Maddie.
Let's go, there isn't much time.
I help Tara to her feet, and she immediately winces, hissing in pain.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Guess I hurt my ankle in the fall. She's able to stand on her own, giving me a shaky smile. I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do right now. At least it's only her foot and not her head or back. The graceful jump, Gelidora hops into my arms once again. I stand next to Tara, who leans against me for support. With one hand, I support the cat. With my other, I take Tara's other hand in my own. Then I nod.
We're ready.
Oh boy. Switching over to Maddie, I'm going to do another save, but I'm going to not save over where that decision was. So far, it seems like it worked out okay. I was worried there for a second that we had accidentally killed Morgan, but I think we're alright for now. So that was the choice, so I'm just going to go over here. So the choice is on 4. My heart pounds as Abigail and I arrive in the Fairy Grove. This place has been the setting of most of my favorite memories here in the forest. I could have never guessed that it would be where everything ends. I feel like we're going to end this series today. I don't know. I may have to just keep pushing on until we finish. I can feel the fairies, my subjects, watching from close by. They don't show themselves, but their presences are like tiny little pressure points on my consciousness. They're just as tense as I am. Closing my eyes, I reach out to the forest, asking for its aid. It still hurts badly. It laments the terrible pain that it suffered. I promise that it'll be okay. It's my duty as queen to ensure this. I hold the forest in my heart and promise to rid it of the moonsick one. Abigail and I walk to the water's edge. Nervousness tears at my stomach. Gelidora's signal could come at any time. I have to be ready. High above, the moon offers its light to us. The whole lake, is dyed in its silver glow, shimmering and refracting and amplifying. Moonlight caresses my face like a lover. Warm and invigorating, I indulge it, letting it sink in through my skin, my roots, my forest. Every little second could be crucial.
How do you feel?
She holds my hand loosely in hers.
Nervous, in a way I've never felt before. Nothing else in my life has ever been this important. There's never been life or death consequences like this. What if I screw up?
I expect to see fear reflected in Abigail's face as well, but when I turn towards her, she looks serene and unbothered.
I have complete faith in you, Madison. The fairies said that not just anyone could be queen, but that you could. They saw something in you, too. We're all putting our trust in you. The whole forest is, and our friends, too. We wouldn't do that if we didn't believe in you.
I wish I could use a magic spell to boost my confidence. For all the power that I hold right now, it sure feels insignificant. So far, everything has come naturally. Moving through the woods or interacting with its denizens is easy, but to use my magic against another being, that's something else entirely. But I can't let that kind of attitude overwhelm me. I can't be defeated before it even starts. Abigail's right. Everyone is counting on me. I can't let them down.
Thank you. For what?
For believing in me. She leans forward and kisses my cheek.
Always.
Oh my god, they're so fucking precious. Always. That word has meant a lot of different things to me lately. My concept of forever keeps shifting and changing. Even now, I'm not entirely sure what it means. Suppose that after tonight I will. You know, when we were here before, there were times that I wished it could last forever, where it was peaceful, and just the two of us. But now, more than anything, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready for us to make new memories together.
Nothing would make me happier. When you came into my life, I thought that it would be fleeting, like a nice dream that I might someday look back upon and smile. I didn't dare imagine nor hope for anything more. But now, well, perhaps you've made an optimist out of me after all.
I kiss her forehead, and then her nose, and then her lips, and then we go into the bushes.
I love you more than anything. I love you too, more than anything.
Together we face forward. Time to fight the final boss, and that's when I feel it. Cold flash of foreign fear. It stabs through my head and the idyllic scenery. I recognize the origin immediately. Geladora's panic signal. I step away from Abigail, clearing a space. I force myself to breathe evenly as I reach within myself, mentally searching for the magic. Oh boy, here we go. I call upon the power within me. Unlike before when it blossomed and flourished at my request, now it lies dormant and afraid. I understand, I'm afraid too. There's no time to be afraid. Using my authority as Fairy Queen, I coax the magic forth. The church's presence aches like an infection, and I promise the forest that I'll help heal it. The magic ripples through the woods. It sets upon the church, finding Evelyn easily. I can't see her in my mind's eye, but I can feel her hatred and scorn and fear. So I'm not the only one who's afraid then. That's more reassuring than anything else. If she detects the magic that's coming for her, then I can't tell. At my will, the tendrils of magic wrap around her like veins. Then I stick my hand out, my physical, actual hand, and I pull. The result is immediate. Just above the surface of the lake, a ripple disrupts the air. As a massive rift opens up, within seconds, Evelyn falls forward through it, collapsing in a heap to the shore. Well, there's the bitch. Here we go. It's wrong, though. She's still in her regular body. And it's not just her vulnerable soul like it should be. Well, shitballs. I take a fearful step back. I think we fucked up. Why did Geladura send the signal early? Fucking stupid cat. My blood runs cold. What if something happened to her and Morgan? What if she wasn't too early? What if I was too late? I try to rally my thoughts and concentrate on what to do. Well, if you were too late, then it would be Tara's body, wouldn't it? She quickly picks herself up, wild eyes casting back and forth. Her appearance is monstrous. It finally fits her personality. Her gaze falls on me, and her lips curl in hatred or disgust. So it's you. Oh, right. I see that even death didn't want you. And now here you are, stinking of snow and pine. Stinking of them. You wear their clothes, you bear their crown, but you are not one of them. She lumbers forward, her steps seeming pained. She's either dazed from being pulled, or from the effects of her own spell. But I can't count on that to last. You're right, I'm not. Just like you'll never be a human. I need to buy myself time while I try to think.
Human, is that what you think I want? I will be more than human.
A gust of wind stirs up, likely at her calling. The trees shake, and I plant my feet firmly to keep from losing my balance. I feel the barriers in my mind freeze and break away. She's gone. As the world spins around me, the moon shines down on the lake. I search for her presence with my mind, but I can't find her, like a fish that slipped off the line. Well, shit, we fucked that up, I guess. I need to calm down. My heart races as my head begins to ache and throb.
You're so fragile, so easily damaged, so easily broken.
The biting wind intensifies, threatening to sweep my crown away. Abigail shields herself with one arm. Evelyn, however, remains unaffected.
What's wrong, little child? Why not make this easy on yourself? I can make it painless for you this time.
Reality and illusion blur and bend, and the fabrics of my own vision tear. She takes another step forward in my mind, shattering what little focus I had. She's almost close enough that if she lunged forward, she could grab me by the throat. Instead, Evelyn scratches at her own neck, her nails drawing blood, but she doesn't seem to notice. High in the sky, the moon watches over us, indifferent. I can feel its light sustaining me, the same as it bolsters her. She turns to look up at it, shivering.
Do you... excuse me. Do you know why you were the first to go? Because you were the easiest. All alone, off in the woods. Tragic accidents happen all the time out there.
Oh, she doesn't know about Abigail.
Really, it's my daughter you have to blame for all this. It's a shame you won't get another chance.
I try to find her again with the magic, but I can't. It's like she isn't even there. Where her consciousness should exist, there's nothing but a gaping hole. A void that feels familiar somehow. Her eyes glow red as she faces me again.
Looking for me?
My consciousness is immediately assaulted. My head pounds as I feel Evelyn enter it like an intrusive thought. With every push and pull, she rips at my soul. My magic quakes under her power, flickering and fearful. I try to reach out and grab it, pull my own consciousness and strength into me, but every time I get close, it's yanked away. Unrelenting, overwhelming. Die, die, die. It echoes and reverberates in my skull. I choke, momentarily forgetting how to breathe. Every single thought, every single idea snatched and destroyed. I can't even see anymore.
I knew it. Your gifts are wasted on you. Queenship is wasted on you. What good is power if you don't know how to use it? All of you are the same.
A searing pain in my head forces me to my knees.
Your friends couldn't save you then, just as you can't save them now.
An unseen force shoves my head upwards, making me look at Evelyn. A peculiar ringing blocks out all other sound, except for her words. I'm deaf to the wind, to the forest, to Abigail.
See what you've done in despair.
She gestures imperiously toward the empty space between us. Just like the portal I used to bring her here, another hole in space rends itself. It opened. Through it, I can see a glimpse of the murky, stained glass window of the church. Then it upends, unceremoniously spilling out my friends. Or at least their bodies. Nausea hits me at the sight. Tara's there, her body limp and broken, arms and legs splayed at an obscene angle. Blood trickles from her mouth beneath her open, sightless eyes. Morgan is also there in a heap, though her body isn't as mangled as Tara's. A grisly wound stretches from her ear across her face and down her neck. Blood stains the sand beneath her. Even Gelladora lies there, motionless. Though her back is turned to me, a small puddle of water forms beneath her, spreading as she seems to melt. I scream. I want to run toward them or clutch at my heart, but I'm pinned in place. How? What went wrong? I guess we picked the wrong option. That's what went wrong. Was this why the signal came too early? I shouldn't have left them alone. I should have gone with them. This is my fault, isn't it? Evelyn's attack on my mind ceases in order to let me truly comprehend the horror before me. As much as I fight it, my heart gives way to what Evelyn asked of me. I despair. Welp. That's no good. I guess we're gonna find out what happened to them. Our feet touch solid ground, and Tara immediately loses her balance. I grab her shoulder to keep from falling. Well, they don't seem mangled here. Maybe it's just an illusion. Oh no, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do a save. Do a big ol' save. Gelladora pants heavily, the magic having taken a heavy toll on her. Maddie, Abigail, and Evelyn are on the far side of the lake. Only Abigail seems to notice us. Even from a distance, the terror on her face is clear.
Come on, they need our help.
Tara takes one step forward and then falls to the ground, clutching her ankle. It's fucking broken. Shit. Just then, Maddie screams in pain or in horror. A sick feeling in my stomach. All three of us turn to look. although there's nothing new to be seen. I know from experience that doesn't mean she isn't in pain. Abigail is tugging on her arm, but Maddie doesn't react at all. She must be beyond even feeling it. And just behind Evelyn, a small-looking ball of sinister light is forming, sparkling in the moonlight. Its tendrils jolt and jag with familiar hunger. Maddie doesn't even know. Evelyn turns back and looks at us, a sadistic grin on her face. The tendrils of magic shift, and a feeling of impending doom fills my lungs. I look back at Tara, who scowls at her foot as she tries to move. There's no way she'll be able to. I don't have long to act. I turn to run to confront Evelyn myself. I don't know what else to do. Everything has gone wrong. All that matters to me at this point is that Maddie and Tara get out of here. If I have to die for that to happen, so be it. I hesitate just slightly. My leg wavers as I try to take a step forward. It's enough for Tara to grab my arm, grimacing through the pain. Where are you going?
To stop her.
Tara's grip tightens. Not without me, you aren't.
Tara, you can't.
Neither can you. I'm not letting you throw yourself away. Not again. Something soft paws at my leg, and I look down to see Gelladora staring up at me.
Both of you.
As sweet as they are, there isn't any time for sentimentality. Every second we spend talking is a second wasted.
Morgan, the moonlight.
I glance up at the sky, but don't notice anything different. The moon shines down on both Maddie and Evelyn, surely invigorating them both. However, it's obvious from the situation that Evelyn is better at using it.
What about it? It makes magic stronger. With enough of it in our magic, we can stop her.
Whose magic? Yours and Maddie's? Her eyes glisten in the moonlight as she stares up at me.
No, Morgan, mine and yours.
What? I can't keep the exasperation out of my voice. We don't have time for her to mess around. Gelladora nimbly climbs up my legs and torso, my heavy sweater protecting me from the pain of her claws. She perches on my shoulder.
Love is its own form of magic. It makes the impossible possible.
What's this Disney bullshit?
And I know you have plenty of that.
I turn to face Tara, who's been listening to every word. Despite it all, she gives me an encouraging smile. I don't know anything about magic, and I'm still figuring this love thing out, but I know I believe in you, Morgan. Go kick her ass. I breathe in deeply. I could try to stop her myself. Even if I had to die for it, I would. What Gelladora says sounds crazy, but everything about this is crazy. I don't want to die.
Okay.
I'm putting all of my trust in Gelladora and in Tara. Those are probably good characters to put your trust in, honestly. Especially Gelladora. I have a feeling she's going to pull through. Just like I know they're putting their trust in me. I won't let them down. With one arm, I help keep Gelladora in place. As fast as I can, I run, heading straight for Maddie and Evelyn. Well, here we go. Oh, we're switching. Back to Maddie. Okay. I think we're finishing it in this episode. I think we're gonna have to. Hey guys, in hindsight, this episode's gonna go on for a really long time, so what I'm gonna do is actually split this off into 2 episodes. So we're gonna end this episode here, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, and make sure you're subscribed for more Heart of the Woods. Next time, we're getting to the ending. I've already recorded it. I know we're gonna get to the ending, so next time, we're gonna find out what happens. So I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.